For months, Conservative leader Erin O'Toole pledged to meet Canada's Paris targets to cut greenhouse gas emissions.
On a un plan d'atteindre nos objectifs de Paris.
Last night, he was more explicit in a French-language interview, making clear he'll stick to the Harper government commitments made 6 years ago, not the new higher pledge made by the Trudeau government.
Mais est-ce que c'est 30 ou est-ce que c'est 40 ou 45?
30%, said O'Toole, which was the Harper target. That would roll back Ottawa's current commitments further behind other Western nations. One research group says the UK has the most aggressive targets, pledging to cut emissions 63% below 2005 levels by 2030. The Biden administration has set a new US goal of 50 to 52% lower. The EU is similar. Canada's commitment is now 40 to 45% under the Trudeau government. The Conservative Party is sticking to emission cuts that are 30% below 2005 levels.
I want us to make sure we meet our commitments. Other countries are a little tardy on their commitments as well.
Justin Trudeau says it comes down to a choice.
Going back to the Harper approach on the environment under Mr. O'Toole, or continuing to be ambitious.
One climate advocate says the Liberal targets aren't good enough, but the Conservative, she says, would weaken them even further, just before nations gather at the next UN climate summit this fall.
Raising ambition is really at the core of the Paris Agreement. Weakening a target that has already been set would be a diplomatic disaster and a failure to recognize that Canada has a large responsibility and capacity to act.
Liberals want to show the stark contrast. One Liberal MP points to several Conservative candidates who downplay the science of human-caused climate change. Trudeau has also pledged to regulate oil and gas with new 5-year emissions reduction targets. O'Toole suggests Trudeau's promises are not credible.
We have to have a plan to get there. Mr. Trudeau says nice things and then doesn't deliver.
The New Democrats have emissions targets steeper than the Liberals and much more so than the Conservatives, but they are running third in the polls as voters consider which party and climate policies they'll support. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.